Hey friends, Mike Shea from Flourish here. I am launching a new Kickstarter on the 28th of September for the Lazy DM's Companion. The Lazy DM's Companion is the third of the Return of the Lazy Dungeon Master books, the first one being Return of the Lazy Dungeon Master, the second being the Lazy DM's Workbook, and now the Lazy DM's Companion. I've been working on this for about a year now, and I'm really excited to be able to launch the Kickstarter for it later this month. You can help me out by going to the Kickstarter page, which is linked down in the show notes, and click on Notify Me on Launch. Doing so will let you know as soon as the Kickstarter launches, and when it does, you will have access to the Kickstarter page, including a free preview. So the Lazy DM's Companion it's going to be a 64-page book of guidelines and inspiration to help you run your 5e games. My whole goal with this book was to streamline some of the trickier bits of running a 5e game and offer a lot of inspirational generators to generate your own campaigns and your own adventures. The preview, which will be available to everybody for free when the Kickstarter launches later this month, has a whole bunch of different tools in it that you can use right away. So it's going to have all sorts of things like tools for inspiration, how to put together an RPG group, safety tools, building situations, spiral campaigns, how to develop spiral campaigns, building lazy combat encounters, a refresh of the encounter building guidelines in the Lazy DM's Workbook, how to turn and tweak monster difficulty dials. And then we have these adventure generators. All of the adventure generators in this are built around a specific theme. So instead of just having a book full of tons of random tables, all of the sets of random tables follow around a particular theme. An example here is a set of tables to help you build wilderness encounters, creating secrets and clues, a whole set of prompts to help you generate secrets and clues for your own game. I have 2 pages for core adventure generators. These are some core tables you can use to build all kinds of adventures, but you can also use these tables to tailor some of the other adventure generators you find in the book. It has all sorts of things like chambers, traps and hazards, dungeon discoveries, treasure, dungeon monsters and spells, all kinds of different things that you can use in general. This is an example of an adventure generator built around a particular theme. Here we have the Protect the Village adventure generator, where the central theme of the adventure is that you are protecting a village from some kind of marauder. And then the generator tells you, who are you protecting? What are some of the features of the village? What is their dark secret? What marauders are attacking the village? And where do the marauders themselves lair? And by changing these variables, you can take this very general theme and turn it into a really specific adventure. Many of the adventure generators act in this exact same way. Here's another example called the Keep. In the Keep, there is a powerful entity that is trapped into a prison, and some group is trying to break through the prison and get to the entity. So then the questions are, who is the entity? What is the prison like? Who's breaking the cell? What are some relics of fear that might be used to hold this creature at bay? And who are the servitors? Who are the beings that serve the entity that's trapped in the keep? One thing we're doing for this book is I'm working with Daniel Walthall to generate a series of general purpose maps. So where the Lazy DM's Workbook includes maps built around specific locations like caves or tombs or dungeons or castles, these maps are going to be slightly more general so that you can use them for a lot of different purposes. You can flip them around, you can switch them, you can change the contents of rooms, and you can use them for lots of different purposes. And some of these maps are going to be bigger in scale, like an entire village or a wilderness and things like that. So they will work hand in hand with the maps that are inside the Lazy DM's Workbook to give you tools that you can use right at your table to help you with your game. The Kickstarter for the Lazy DM's Companion is going to happen on the 28th of September. And again, if you go to the Kickstarter page, which is the link is in the show notes below, and if you click on Notify Me on Launch, you'll get an email response as soon as the Kickstarter goes live, and then you can join on this campaign. I hope you'll join me on this adventure and help me put out the third of the Lazy Dungeon Master books, a book I am sure you're going to enjoy. Thank you very much and have a great day.